Hiya. Today I thought I'd share some colder weather skincare recommendations. I know that all of a sudden it feels freezing and I've definitely noticed a change in my skin, but there's a few little things that I think you can do along the way that will help to ease that up. So I'm going to share a few tips. I've got some product recommendations here as well in case you're looking for something a little bit richer for this time of year. Just to mention, if you're specifically looking for advice around rosacea, there's loads of videos already here on my page in a section about rosacea in my IGTVs. And if you just want a few cheap and cheerfuls, I did a video I think last week about lots of my favourite skincare finds that are under £10. So I'll point you to those just in case that's what you're after. And otherwise I'm just going to do a bit of a deep delve into some things that are nice for this time of year. So to start off with cleansers, I've got a few I wanted to talk to you about. The first is this micellar gel from La Roche-Posay. Now, this isn't going to be for everyone, but if you are really sensitive and you can't seem to find anything that doesn't kind of irritate you, I'd really recommend this. You probably have tried at some point a micellar water, a water that you put onto cotton and it removes all your makeup. This is essentially the same kind of thing, but it's in a gel. And I think what that does as well is it means that you're in no way pulling or tugging at your skin, like you've got that richness to massage in. Now this will get all of your makeup off. It takes a little bit more patience and time than a traditional cleanser, but if you are finding that everything seems to irritate you, it's so gentle and I really don't think it'll irritate you. La Roche-Posay in general, if that's an issue for you, have so many different solutions that will work. So go and have a look. The reason I thought I'd just mention this one is I had some QVC shows last week and basically in like a 36-hour period, I take my face on and off loads. And I used this to remove my makeup each time and it wasn't irritated in any way. You can imagine that's a lot of stripping off. So I just thought it's a testament to how good that really is. If you want something on the complete other end of the spectrum that's really rich, I've just started using this double cleansing balm from SVR. SVR is essentially like a French pharmacy brand, similar kind of vibe to La Roche-Posay, Avène, things like that. Really fantastic. I've been using this and a moisturiser of theirs just to give them a go. And essentially this is fragrance free. It's designed for intolerant, reactive skin. That is a rich balm that will remove even waterproof makeup. That's a nice one for if you're having I've started having a big bath on a Sunday. I mean, there's not much else to do, is there? But like if you're having a night where you've got an extra bit of time to really look after yourself, nice and rich, gets everything off. Also, I think the thing with cleansing balms is some of them can be harder to remove than others, but it will gently melt away with some water and like a little flannel or whatever you're using. Really good. Not that neither of those things cost the earth either. I think when I googled that was around £12 and it's, you know, a large pot, so great. A new one for me that I think is really hydrating is the Centella Sensitive Facial Cleanser from Kiehl's. I've used a few of the things in this range before, but not the cleanser. What I'd say about this is it goes on like a gel and it stays like a gel. It essentially doesn't, you know, sometimes with cleansers, they melt in and get a bit thinner and emulsify. This pretty much stays nice and thick. So if you want something on to massage your skin, remove makeup, again, it's going to do that, but it isn't going to be irritating. It's very hydrating. What I would say with this is you definitely need like a flannel or something to remove it because it almost doesn't budge with water. When you hit it with water, it's a bit like, yeah, don't worry about it, I'm staying where I am. Whereas this, for example, when you get the water on, it disintegrates. But that's really nice if you're craving that hydration. While I'm talking cleansing, just quickly, I know I'm late to the party, but you know, I'd rather just say it than not have said it. I've started using these like cotton rounds instead of cotton wool. I mean, you can see there that needs a clean, but basically you use these with your micellar water or your eye makeup remover or whatever it is, and then just throw them in the wash. They're great, they're more environmentally friendly. It's just handy than constantly, I don't know about you, running out of cotton wool. It's really good and nice to know that you're not producing as much waste. So have a look at those. Mist wise, I think this time of year, if you do have a mist or something that you can put at your desk while you're working, or somewhere that you're going to use it a lot, spritzing on a little bit of a mist over your makeup, or whether you've got no makeup on, can really help to lock in moisture. This is a very well used and loved, the Zellen's Z Balance. It's a prebiotic and probiotic mist. Essentially, I was interested in this because I know that those kinds of ingredients can be really helpful for redness and rosacea, which is what I have. But essentially, this is a really fine, delicate mist, and I really see and feel the difference when I use that. Slightly less expensive, another fantastic one is the La Roche-Posay Tolerian mist. Brilliant, gonna do the same kind of thing in terms of just keeping you really hydrated and locking in that moisture through the day. Now, you've cleansed. If you're not wearing makeup, I've got slightly different recommendations than if you are wearing makeup. All of them can be used twice a day and all the rest of it. But like for me, if I'm having a makeup free day, I'm going in with something really rich. The SVR Nutri-Baume, it's the same family as that cleansing balm. Really light, whipped formula, melts in I say light as in it's easy to slip and move, but it's quite a rich moisturiser. I could use the completely wrong words, it's rich. Now, the Kiehl's Centella Sensitive Cica Cream, this comes out much firmer and you have to warm it between your hands and kind of press it in, but it gives a lovely, rich, comfortable, you feel that layer of moisture and it doesn't absorb terribly quickly. Both of those I love when I'm going for a long walk. So I go for a long walk pretty much every single day, and obviously it's freezing and I've got the redness. One of the things I'd say about this time of year is if you want to put more skincare on during the day, go for it. So I do my skincare in the morning, but then if I'm going for a walk just before I go, I'll get another layer of that on, because if you're going out into those elements, freezing, wind, rain, whatever it is, I'd rather just have an extra layer of protection on so that all of those things aren't going to hit me in the face like a ton of bricks. So something nice and rich will withstand the elements as such. So that's one of my favourite tips if you're going out a lot and it's cold. In the same kind of rich, buttery family, I've been using this for a while because I really was very excited about it. So Liz Earle, I think, is one of the best brands. I absolutely love them. There's a lovely friend of mine, Caroline Archer. If you've ever got any Liz Earle questions, she's brilliant. She's been with them for a long time. But anyway, there is fragrance in a lot of their things. And I'm not, going to preach about having fragrance in something or not. But for me personally, I was advised to try and avoid it because of my redness. So I do try and stick to that for the most part. But they brought out an unfragranced version of the Super Skin Moisturiser. So it's essentially a really rich, buttery moisturiser like all of their, current range, but no fragrance in it. Fantastic. Another one as well for if, there's so many brands that a lot of them tend to have fragrance, and then the odd time they bring out something fragrance free, anyone that's like me gets a bit of a look in. Another one that I don't have to hand, I know I mentioned it in another video, but there's an Elemis AHA cleansing butter, and that's got no fragrance in it, and it is beautiful. So it's nice when you get to dip a toe into somebody that you've always wanted to. The It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream, that is one of the loveliest moisturisers. As you know, I work with It Cosmetics. I've been with them, this is my 3rd year now. I am their brand ambassador. But the reason they wanted me to do that is because I genuinely loved the products, and Confidence in a Cream is fantastic. It's a lovely, rich, buttery moisturiser. Your makeup sits beautifully on top of it, but if you're not wearing makeup, it's just a really great, rich cream that absorbs quite well as well. So if you do want to put your makeup straight on top, you've got the nice comfort of it, but it's not going to feel too heavy. So a fantastic choice. One more actually, in the kind of buttery realm, is the Kate Somerville Delicate range. I did work with Kate Somerville around the launch of this earlier in the year, just so I've mentioned it again. This isn't part of that in any way. Really, really great moisturiser for just pure comfort. And the serum with that as well is, I think the key thing in these, and actually in the It Cosmetics cream, is there's lots of ceramides in them. It's the same for CeraVe that I'm always telling you about. Ceramides are really good for this time of year to just lock in that moisture and keep your skin feeling great and feeling moisturised. I'm looking at the time, I'm running low. Okay, two other ones I wanted to show you. If you want a step up in moisture, but you do wear makeup every day, lots of gel textures can bring you all of the moisture with a density of lots of hydration, but that will sit lovely under your makeup. Two that really come to mind: the Murad nutrient charged water gel. This feels like a gel on the skin, but it is so hydrating. Really light, it will absorb really quickly, makeup sits beautifully over it, and over time you'll just see and feel a difference. That's really nice if you don't like the feel of a rich moisturiser, because all of those will feel fairly rich. This is not cheap at all, the Zelens Z Matrix, so I am aware that it is definitely on the higher end of the spectrum. It's one of the best products I've ever used. I've consistently repurchased this since, I think it was 2012 or 13 that I first got a jar of it, and it remains as one of my favourite things out of everything I've ever tested. It's a gel texture. They call it an energy and moisture infusion. It just, you see the difference literally the next day. Not necessarily see, but feel. Any dryness, it will quench. It's so moisturising, but it feels so lightweight. You can't really go wrong with anything from Zelens. It's a really great range, but the Z Matrix is just fantastic. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Okay, a few last minute bits to share. Body wise, if you can slot in like a bit of oil or moisturiser or something. I'm not gonna lie, I'm the laziest person. I can never be bothered to do my body because I do my tan every few days, so I feel like that's the bit of attention I pay. However, I've been really making an effort to keep up with it. Red Truffle 21, this is from Jo Loves, which is Jo Malone MBE. It's her own brand that she founded after she left Jo Malone London. This is a really warm, kind of sexy, snuggly, cosy scent. It's quite musky. It smells comfortable, cozy. It's really lovely for this time of year. It's a great unisex one. But the body cream itself is really thoroughly moisturising. So it's lovely for kind of bedtime, getting to your knees, elbows, ankles, anywhere that's going to be especially dry. And you really will see and feel the difference of having that body lotion on. In the shower, I'm still using my Australian body care, which is upstairs, which is like a tea tree wash, and it's antiseptic and all the rest of it. It smells delicious. You might also like the likes of the Pixie. This is the Rose Body Cleanser. Things like this have those essential oils infused into them, so you're getting that extra hydration just from your body wash. Cleanse and Polish from Liz Earle, they have a body version. Again, it's nice and you feel really clean, but you also feel like you're kind of moisturising your body. When you get out of the shower, if you are using any oils, get them straight onto wet skin and lock that moisture in. Really, really good to just layer in that extra bit of hydration. But there's a few things from me. The last two, I am running out of time, but I bought these in. Dad has finished both of those. He absolutely loved them. He absolutely loves CeraVe and quite rich moisturising formulas that will, hydration's the main thing for him, and he reckons of all the things he's tried that they're the best he's tried in a while. So it was the Biossance Squalane and Probiotic Gel Moisturiser and the Squalane Marine Algae Eye Cream. And you know what, like, it is good because he's in his 70s. I always give things to different people in my family, different ages, different friends, skin types to try. So it's worth mentioning when something's worked for someone else, isn't it? He loved those. He said that he had a lot of dryness in one part of his face and it completely got rid of it. But anyway, running out of time. I hope you enjoyed and I'll speak to you again soon.